morning, students. I want to show you how to complete the Modeling Cell Respiration Lab, and this is the second part of the photosynthesis and cell respiration lab like this. You turned in one part of the lab previously, and now you're going to do the cell respiration part. For this section, I want you to make sure you start by read everything. Don't skip over anything and think that you already know it. Make sure that you read that and that you fully understand it. Then what you're going to do is you're going to just start by following the directions and answering the questions. One of the standards for Next Generation Science Standards talks about being able to model this, and that is why we're giving you this activity to figure out how to model photosynthesis and cell respiration. So you're going to start by naming this organelle, and then what types of organisms have this. And the reading will help you, but if you don't know, you can look that up. Discovery Education or a lot of other websites are great sources to look that up. Then you're going to model the reactants, the substances used, by arranging the beads on the right side of the photosynthesis. So that is back to this sheet that you used during the last lab. If you happen to have colored all over that, then you can just draw a line and put it down at the bottom and I'll understand. Or you could just redraw this and I will accept it that way. But you're going to model the reactants. Those are the things that go into cell respiration, which are here. And make a model out of that using your beads. So just remember that if you have something like C6, that means there should be 6 carbons, H12, there should be 12 hydrogens, and 6 oxygens, O6. But if there's a number in front of the letters that follow, then that acts like an algebra coefficient where it multiplies everything after it times the coefficient. So here we have O2, so we have 2 oxygens. So now we're going to multiply it by 6. So 2 times 6 equals 12. So we would have 12 oxygens. And then notice here that that is cell respiration, and that will be the reactants, and here will be the products of cell respiration, and the energy source here is ATP. And those are molecules used to power life activities. So ATP is the energy here, where if you remember up here, what powered the energy source up here? Where did we get the energy source that plants used? What did plants use on the photosynthesis side? That was the sun, right? So that was the sun. So you're gonna model that out and make sure you include that and show me that. Here, you're going to write out the number of beads that you use in both situations. Then you're gonna write out what the reactants are and the products. You're gonna model that. You're gonna complete the other side, column 2 of the cell respiration. So here, just make sure that that's done. And then you are going to, it says the energy released by cell respiration is captured by ATP molecules. To model this, place the energy diagram on top of the ATP. So going back to this sheet, it said place the energy molecule. Do you remember this from the last lab? You're going to place that energy on top of the ATP. So easy. Then the energy molecules used to power life activities such as circulation, exertion, reproduction, regulation, synthesis, and movement. Model the use of energy in ATP to power life activities by tearing the energy diagram into small pieces. So you're going to have to sacrifice this little energy picture that you've been using, and you're going to have to tear it up to show that you use it in tiny little bits in your life, and make sure that you have that on your final picture. List 3 examples of activities that are powered by ATP. which waste products of cell respiration are released into the environment that then get used in photosynthesis. So then we're just going to finish this. Make sure that you really understand what respiration is. It's the act of breathing, inhaling, or exhaling air in order to obtain oxygen and excrete carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is actually a poison to us, and it's a poison to many animals, and so therefore we excrete it out. We get rid of it. Thankfully, then we have plants on the other side that use it to make us sugar and oxygen. So the cellular metabolic processes by which cells use oxygen and food to produce ATP energy that powers life activities. So respiration is what produces ATP energy that we use to power our life activities. This is a very important point, that we are using ATP for our energy source right down here, and plants are using sunlight as their energy source. Based on these two definitions, what's the relationship between breathing and cell respiration? You need to answer that. And then these, I just want you to look up. If you don't already know them, you should be starting to learn them, like when do plants carry out photosynthesis? When would they have cell respiration? Are the atoms in photosynthesis and cell respiration recycled? And then explain that. Make sure that if it tells you to explain or give reasons for something, that you actually do it. During photosynthesis, light energy is converted into energy stored in what kind of molecules? So this goes back to this chart. The energy stored is in what kind of molecules? During cell respiration, the energy stored in these molecules is transferred to what? The energy in these molecules is then used to power something. Make sure that you're looking these up. I would really rely on your diagrams for this and the reading within this assignment to find that. Is the energy used in photosynthesis and cell respiration recycled? Explain how the models illustrate your answer. So is the energy actually reused? Is what it's asking here. The next one, the number of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen atoms on Earth remains constant. Explain how this is possible. How is it possible that we have the same exact amount of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen over time? How is that constant? Then you're going to look over this diagram. This is an important point. You don't carry out photosynthesis. So you don't have photosynthesis. So how do you get atoms that you need to make your body? How do you get the energy that you need? And this simple food web will show you the answer to that. How do you get the energy you need for your life activities? So how do you get the atoms you need? How do you get the energy you need? The number of carbon, oxygen, atom remains constant. Explain how this is possible. I'm just realizing that's the identical question to here. Just write it twice and you'll get credit twice. They made a mistake. So then the last page is you're going to cut the cards along the dotted lines, and then you're going to organize them so that the side with the bold print, so that is this side. So it's this side. You're going to cut all these, and this is a two-sided page, okay? You're going to cut all of these up. And then you're going to make me a pile that says photosynthesis and cell respiration. And then I want you to sort the two. Now, if you want to cheat, you can basically just go to the back, right? You can go to the back and cheat because it has the answers on the back of each flashcard. I gave you that on purpose. I don't necessarily need to see it lined up because I purposefully gave you the answers on that. What I'm trying to get you to do is to go through and sort the two of them and quiz yourself until you really understand This is part of photosynthesis. This is part of cell respiration. You do have your test coming up on cell respiration, and for you to really understand that, these flashcards are helpful. Once you have them sorted, there's one card that could be in either pile. What is that? And then I want you to sort that and send me a picture of the sorted cards. So that's it. That is your Modeling Cell Respiration Lab that you guys need to get turned in. So total from page 5, 6, 7, there's page 8, page 9. This, you'll just take a picture of the sorted pile on page 9. And then this one will need to be in there as well. Okay, guys, take care and good luck on that.